Today we're going to run through the overhead tricep extension. This is an awesome exercise for your triceps and it can be performed with a cable, a dumbbell, or bands. This movement could also be done kneeling, seated, or standing. It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. There's a lot of variations. So just know I'm going to be demonstrating with a dumbbell, but you could do it on a cable system with a rope going overhead. You could do it with bands going overhead. All of those are great options. You could do it seated, you could do it standing. There's no right and wrong here, but I would try and chase the movement where you're gonna feel the biggest squeeze and the most engagement out of the back sides of your arms. And those are your triceps. With a dumbbell, I do like putting it up on my chest before I raise it overhead. So as you get heavier with your weight, you'll find that that's more and more difficult to do. So I like to do my heavier overhead extensions with a dumbbell while I'm seated. That's just easier for me to control the weight and I can actually focus on my triceps working, but that's just me. Now that I've got that dumbbell overhead, I'm gonna lower the dumbbell until my lower arm, which is this thing right here, is at about parallel with the floor. I'm gonna feel a big stretch in my triceps when I go that deep. And just like every other exercise, I would tell you to standardize your depth. Go the same depth every single time. Quarter reps are not going to be better than doing full tricep extensions and getting a big stretch out of the muscle. So I would try and use that full range of motion. Even if you can use less weights, you're going to get more gains. As you descend that dumbbell towards the floor, it's okay if your elbows flare a little bit to the outsides. Some trainers, some people will tell you that you gotta keep those elbows locked in by your side, and it's just kind of a clunky, tough thing to do, and you're not gonna get more tricep recruitment if you keep your elbows pinned on the sides of your head. It's actually gonna be more comfortable for a lot of people if your elbows flare. So just like I'd recommend with most movements, I would go where you feel most powerful and you get the most squeeze out of your tricep. One cue I do like to continue to use is keeping my elbows pointed at the ceiling or in that general direction, and I'm chasing that stretch at the bottom and squeeze at the top. For me, I like to let those elbows flare a little bit, and I can really feel that stretch and squeeze, and that's how I develop my triceps from an overhead position. In another series, I'll talk about the best ways to develop your entire tricep, because there are different parts of your tricep, so stay tuned for that as well. That's our video for today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, that helps me out a lot, and let me know what you want to see. I'm here to help and I'm eager to help, so just let me help and tell me what you need. We'll talk to you soon. Rapid Fitness, Rapid Fit.